So Jason, we've agreed on the purchase price we are going to offer for the property, but now we need to decide how much earnest money to submit. Can you tell me a little about what earnest money is?
I would love to, Jenny. The earnest money deposit is a way for the buyer to demonstrate their good faith and commitment. The term earnest comes from the Middle English word earnest, which means serious or sincere. In this context, the earnest money serves as a symbol of the buyer's serious and sincere intentions to purchase the property. It's typically held in escrow by a third party, like a title company, until the sale is completed. It is also common for one of the agent's brokerages to receive and hold the earnest money. Ultimately, it is determined, in an accepted offer, who will hold the earnest money.
How much should I put down for the earnest money deposit?
There is no predetermined amount, but in general, it's usually between 1 and 3% of the purchase price. The higher the amount, the more favorable the offer may be to the seller, but it carries a greater risk of loss to the buyer should the deal fall through. You will negotiate and agree upon the exact amount during the offer process when you are negotiating with the seller.
What happens to the earnest money deposit if the sale doesn't go through?
If the sale falls through due to a contingency specified in the purchase agreement, such as the buyer being unable to obtain financing, the earnest money deposit may be returned to the buyer. But if the sale falls through due to a breach of contract by the buyer, the seller may have the right to keep the earnest money deposit as compensation for any expenses they incurred as a result of the failed transaction.
Okay, that makes sense. Is there anything I need to do to avoid losing the earnest money deposit?
There are a few things you can do. First, you should make sure you have a clear understanding of the contingencies that are in place. Also, you can get pre-approved for financing, conduct a thorough inspection of the property, communicate with the seller, keep in contact with your lender, and provide them all documents needed in a timely manner, and be prepared for closing.
That's good to know. I will make sure to adhere to the time frame specified in the purchase agreement for sure. Thanks for taking time to answer my questions about earnest money today, Jason.
You're welcome, Jenny. Remember, you can reach out to Barton Realty anytime. They are happy to answer all your questions and help you every step of the way when buying or selling a home.